Okay, welcome back from the break, everyone. So let's get started. My name is Kristina Becanovic, and I'm the EHDN think tank coordinator. And I will be chairing this session together with Michael Orth, who's the EHDN science director and also a EHDN think tank member. So this session will highlight the work of a few of the many EHDN working groups and task forces. But before we get started, I would like to emphasize the importance of these groups. So I want to start by reminding you of EHDN's mission, which is to improve the lives of people affected by HD. And EHDN has three main strategies to accomplish this mission. And these are to advance research, to conduct and facilitate clinical trials, and to improve the care and quality of life of HD patients and their families. So this figure to the right is busy, but it shows the main three strategic arms that I just mentioned, and it illustrates the complexity in bringing effective drugs to HD patients. So it's important to integrate and optimize these three strategic arms to be successful. So what I want to point out is that the EHDN working groups are an important component helping EHDN to achieve its mission by contributing in multiple ways to these processes. And to do that by, one, contributing with research that help deliver novel HD treatments to be tested. Two, by developing tools and measures to ensure the best possible assessments in HD. And three, by developing clinical guidelines and evidence-based recommendations to improve patient care. And the working groups help bridge the gap many times between clinical research and medical care. So I also want to point out the difference between a working group and a task force. So a working group is a group of experts, for example, basic scientists, clinicians, HD family members, who work together to achieve specified goals relevant for accomplishing EHDN's mission. And the working groups have been an integral part of EHDN since very early days. And any EHDN member who would like so are welcome to join a working group if you feel that they would like to contribute, and you can contact the lead facilitators. A task force is somewhat different. That's a temporary grouping under one leader for the purpose of accomplishing a defined objective. And this objective can be suggested by the EHDN EC, the think tank, and also an EHDN member. And today we will hear from the Incidental Findings Task Force, and they will present their work. So I also want to mention the purpose of the EHDN think tank. So we aim to complement and facilitate EHDN research activities, such as the working groups and the task forces, and we do that in different ways. So we try to interact closely with the lead facilitators to help identify potential collaborators, and that could be within the network, for example, collaborating with other working groups, or outside of the network. If needed, we try to help them out finding funding opportunities for their research, and we're also happy to discuss scientific ideas. The think tank also may identify key scientific questions in HD. For example, tools, assessments that are missing and that are of importance for EHDN to achieve its mission. And also the think tank may occasionally propose specific research topics that could be addressed scientifically by HD researchers, for example, in a task force or in a working group. So currently we have 17 active working groups and 4 task forces. Some of the groups are newly constituted. For example, the Digital Monitoring and Assessments in HD working group we assembled this spring, earlier this year, while other working groups have been active and productive for many years. And with this short introduction, I hope to have conveyed the message that these groups are vital to the success of the EHDN network. And today we have the pleasure to highlight the work of 4 working groups and 1 task force. And the areas represented are widely different, and we have a great variety of talks ahead of us. So each group will have a short presentation, and then there will be some time for a few questions after. So with this, I would like to introduce the lead facilitators of the imaging working group. So Dr. Rachel Scahill, who's a principal research fellow, and Dr. Nicola Hobbs, who is a research fellow, both from the Huntington's Disease Center at the University College London. And they will give us an update on the short and long-term objectives of the imaging working group and how they intend to work to promote best practice for acquisition and analysis of neuroimaging data in HD. So, welcome.